The Boy Who Rose, Makji's story. In the quiet heart of Dungning, a small village nestled in the hills of Jipal, Mangu Lga, Nigeria, a boy named Makji was born into poverty, but not into hopelessness. He was the third of 4 children raised by humble farmers, Mama Katpe and Papa Jitong. Their hands were calloused from years of tilling the soil, growing maize, millet, and Irish potatoes just to survive. Some days, even survival felt like a privilege. Makji often went to bed hungry, his stomach hollow and his bones aching, not just from lack of food, but from carrying heavy water buckets and toiling on the farm before walking miles to school. But still he walked. Because for Makji, school wasn't just education, it was salvation. But dreams don't come cheap. There were times his parents had to sell their only chicken just so he could stay in school. He watched other children drop out, brilliant kids with no money, no meals, no second chances. But Makji refused to quit. He studied under a broken lantern, sometimes by moonlight, sometimes in tears, but always with faith. And every night he whispered the same thing. One day, things will change. And one day they did. A scholarship, a miracle, a chance to study in the United Kingdom. The village gathered to see him off. Some wept, some laughed in disbelief. A village boy flying abroad. Hope had wings, but life in the UK was no fairy tale. Makji scrubbed toilets, worked night shifts, skipped meals, all while chasing his degree. But this time, his suffering had a destination. His pain had a purpose. Years passed, degrees came, doors opened. Makji became something no one from his village had ever seen. But instead of forgetting where he came from, he returned. Not with pride, but with purpose. He rebuilt the school that raised him. He gave scholarships to the children still dreaming. He dug boreholes so no child would miss school to fetch dirty water. He taught farmers how to farm smarter, not harder. He didn't just lift his family out of poverty, he lifted a village. Now children say, I want to be like Makji. Parents say, if he made it, maybe my child can too. And Mama Katpe, with tears in her eyes, simply says, that's my son, the one who changed everything. Makji's story is not just a story of success. It's a story of faith, of struggle, of resilience. Because sometimes, from the poorest soil, the strongest tree will rise.